Look at this guy. He is absolutely giving it to that other bird in the glass. If you've ever walked past your window and seen a flash of red and heard a rhythmic thud, 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 you might have thought he was confused or even a little bit bird-brained. But he's not confused at all. He's in full battle mode. This is the Northern Cardinal, and if you think he's just a pretty red bird meant for Christmas cards and garden ornaments, you are missing out on one of the most intense, calculated and high-stakes dramas happening in your backyard right now. Most of us can spot that vivid red plumage and that sharp, iconic crest from a mile away. But did you notice the face? That jet-black mask and that massive, heavy, triangular bill. That bill isn't just for show. It's a specialised piece of hardware. It's essentially a pair of heavy-duty pliers built specifically for crushing high-fat seeds. While other birds might struggle, the cardinal is a seed-crushing specialist, which is why they'll pick through your cheap filler seed just to find the black oil sunflower. It's their high-octane fuel. But that muted tan and orange is a brilliant survival strategy called Cryptic Coloration. It allows them to disappear into the shadows of a thicket while they're doing the heavy lifting of nesting. But here is the thing. For cardinals, colour isn't just about beauty. It's a high-stakes signal of health, dominance, and territorial ownership. Did you notice that? The chickadees stayed, but the cardinals were the first to bolt. Here's the crazy part. If you wore red today, every cardinal in your yard just marked you as a threat. To a male cardinal, red is the colour of a rival male. When you step into your yard wearing a red jacket or a red hat, his brain isn't seeing a birdwatcher. It's seeing a massive, moving threat signal. Research has actually shown that red triggers a specific territorial aggression pathway in their brain. It overrides other information. Scientists have even placed red cloth and decoys in their territory, and the cardinals will dive bomb them, sing aggressively at them, and treat them like an actual intruder. This is exactly why they fight your windows or your car mirrors. They see their own reflection. Their brain says, red, rival, and they can't distinguish the image from a real competitor. They aren't stupid. They are just responding to a million-year-old evolutionary trigger. Listen to that. It's not a song. It's a loud, sharp chip that sounds like one stone hitting another. Male and female cardinal pairs use this call hundreds of times a day as a location ping. They are essentially saying, "I'm here. Are you there?" over and over again. It's a marriage conducted entirely through sound. Now, watch what happens next as the sun starts to go down. You'll notice those chips getting faster and closer together. That's the pair converging. They find each other before nightfall, and the moment they land on the same branch together, the chipping stops. They can see each other now, so they don't need the words anymore. It's surprisingly moving. Researchers have even documented widowed cardinals continuing to chip into the empty air for days, waiting for a reply that never comes. Look at that. He didn't fly away. Now, if this were a stranger, that bird would have flushed from 60 feet away. Every wild bird has a flight initiation distance, a calculated gap they maintain between themselves and a threat. But that cardinal has been watching you for months, maybe years. He hasn't just been visiting, he's been building a behavioural profile of you. Did you notice how he tilted his head? He's using his lateral eye placement to get a clear, monocular view of you to gather data. He's memorized your gait, the rhythm of your movements, and even the tone of your voice through the window. When he stays on that branch while you walk past, it's not because he's tame. It's because he has specifically calculated that you are not a threat. You have become a predictable, low-risk feature of his environment. That trust is one of the most remarkable gifts a wild creature can give us. Cardinals are extraordinarily sensitive to barometric pressure. When the pressure starts to drop ahead of a major storm, they don't wait for the first snowflake. They go into a feeding frenzy. If you see your cardinals hitting the feeder with unusual urgency at dusk, pay attention. They are stocking up on fat reserves because they know they might have to sit tight in a dense thicket for the next 24 to 48 hours to survive the coming storm. Think birds just go to sleep like we do? No way. Cardinals utilize something called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. One half of their brain enters a deep sleep, while the other half remains alert. The eye on the awake side of their head actually stays open and functional, scanning for owls or cats in the dark. They'll switch which side is sleeping every 20 or 30 minutes throughout the night, so the whole brain gets rest while they remain constantly vigilant. So, the next time you see that flash of red, remember, you're not just looking at a pretty face. You're looking at a dinosaur that has personally assessed your reputation, integrated the local barometric pressure, and is currently monitoring you with half its brain while it eats. The relationships we build with these birds are real, and they are built on the quiet, daily work of just showing up and being someone they can trust. What birds are you seeing at your feeder right now? Have you ever had a cardinal that seemed to recognize you? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to know why those crows in your neighborhood might actually know your name and be telling their kids about you, you'll definitely want to catch our next video. Thanks for watching, Feather Files. I'll see you in the next one.